Hello, welcome to episode 255. We're going to do death coordinates including the dimension. So we've done death coordinates before, but it didn't have the dimension. This was a question from Joel UP9TC. Can you add the dimension? Yes, we can. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll start with four scoreboards. Set up. Scoreboard. Objectives. Add. playerDeathX. It's going to be a dummy. That's going to store the X coordinate. And obviously we're going to want to store the Y coordinate. And we're going to store the Z coordinate. And we're going to store the dimension. We'll just put dim. Done. Okay, that's those done. Let's store those values. Store. In fact, let's have a quick look. Let's do a data get. Data, not daddy. Data get from an entity at P last death. Needs to be a capital D. Last death location. All the information's all there. Where I died and which world. Okay. So let's execute as any player. Store result as a score on that player. playerDeathX. Run data get. We're going to get the data from an entity. We're going to get it from ourselves or the player we're executing at. And we will get the last death location. And we want the X value, which is stored in pos 0. Home, copy all of that. Copy. 1, 2, 3. Put it in there. We want the Y as well. And that'll be a 1. I think you know what's going to come in this one. Because we want the Z. And this will be a 2. And the last one, we want the dimension. And this will be dimension. Oh, look, we've made a mistake. Last death location. And that's going to be in every one because we were cutting and pasting. Or copying and pasting, rather. So that's glad we caught that now. Simple mistakes. There we go. Let's copy them. It's found the data, so it seems to be alright. Yep. Cool. Okay, let's get a sign. There you go. You're going to be my sign. Done. Let's get the coordinates. Fill. Tab. Display data on the sign. Sign. Done. Okay, let's data merge into a block. Coordinates of the sign. I think I am going to do a little bit. I'm going to make a clipboard. This is my clipboard. Text 2. What do we want in there? We're going to want that to be a list, and we're going to want 2 entries in that list. The first entry is going to be text, and it's going to say X colon. The second entry is going to be a score. Okay, so this is going to be a score. Name, I'll put at P. Objective, playerDeathX. Okay, so let's copy everything from my clipboard. Shift home, copy. Done. Let's go in and put that straight in there. Seems happy. Let's press done. Great. Okay. So we've got that saved now. We can just go to the end after that little apostrophe. We'll put a comma. We'll press paste and paste that in again. So we should have X. We'll just do it twice. So let's change this one to text 3. And let's go to the end and comma and put another one. And we'll change this one to text 4. Now if we press this, we should have XXX. Lovely. Okay, let's go in here. So we've got text 2. Where's text 3? There's text 3. Well, you're going to be Y. Same player, but we want to store the playerDeathY. And text 4 is going to say Z. And we want Z. Done. Cool. Now we could merge in the data from here, but unfortunately scoreboards only store integers. So it's just going to give us a number. And the number it'll give us, it'll look at this string, it'll say that's a string, that's not a number, what do I do? And it'll just go, it'll count the letters and say that'll do. I'll just count how many letters they are and I'll store that. Now luckily each world has a different amount of letters. So then it will count all of them. So the overworld, I believe, we just count them. We've got 9 for Minecraft, 10 there. So we've got 19. 19 looks about right. So if the number equals 19, this should be in the overworld. So we could put that on. We could just go on the end here and plop another one on there and say U equals dimension. And we'll say here, actually we'll probably better to remove that text altogether. And we'll put this onto line 1. And it's probably just going to say 19. Okay, we could store the dimension into storage instead. So we could do something like data modify storage. Let's just do test stuff. We'll put it into data set from entity me last death location dot dimension. So now we've got it stored in storage. So we could look at that. Data get from entity data get from storage test stuff we called it. Don't know what test data is. And there it is. So we've got it stored in data, but if we copy that onto the sign, let's get the coordinates of the sign again. Data merge block text 1, and this is going to be from storage, so that would be storage, and then we have to say what data we want to get. So we want to get it from storage, and we called it test stuff. And the data we want to get is some MBT, and we want to get that from, we call it data. So we get that, Minecraft overworld. Great. Unfortunately, it puts the Minecraft on there as well. If it didn't, and it just put this bit, that'd be great. We could just do it in one command. We could do something maybe to strip off the string, but that seems quite complicated. So I'm just going to put on some if else here after this one. So let's remove this bit. We don't want to put the dimension on the sign there. So we're just going to have 3. Let's get rid of that sign, put a new one, test that this works. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to have an if. We just say execute if score, I'm the playerDeathDim, yep. matches. And what did we count? We counted 19 for the overworld. Run data merge block. Have we still got the block coordinates? We do. Open and close. Text 1. And we'll do it as a list, even though we don't need to. What should we put in there? We want to put in, I suppose, text overworld. So text overworld. Done. Now, cool. Now we capitalize the letter as well. So let's just copy that block. Let's do Control middle mouse and put down 2 more. So the other world is called the underline nether. So that is longer. That's 1 longer. That would be 20. Minecraft colon the underline nether. That would be 20. And we'll say you're in the nether. And the end is going to be 3 shorter, so that should be 17. Minecraft colon the underline end should be 17 letters in that. End. Okay, well this is going to say the same thing for now. Let's put keep inventory on. Game rule, keep inventory true, degree true. Let's test it. Obsidian, flint and steel. Let's just go and build a portal. I don't know if I've ever built a portal in this world before. What's the worst that could happen? Let's go in. Okay, we need to go deeper. We have gone deeper. Oh no, we're dead already. And now, let's store the new data and display it on the sign. Cool. Switch to nether. And if we went to the end, it would say end. So that's how we can display it on a sign. If we want to display it in chat, we can. But we're just going to need 3. We're going to need 3 if statements. So we will again execute if score at playerDeathDim matches. Let's do the overworld 19. Then run. And now we've got a long command to write here. Tell raw at the player, open and close. Actually, it's going to be a list. Open and close. Now the first bit let's just put a little bit of text on here. And also, why is it not happy? Well, it's not happy because we haven't put anything in there. So I've got nothing to display. Okay, so we'll just keep going. Let's text. Now it's happy, so I know what I'm doing now. Let's say death coordinates. Let's give it a color as well. Color red. Okay, we'll just start with that for the moment. It's going to be displayed in chat, so we'll just write chat there. Ooh, nothing at all. Okay, let's have a little look. Because I did not die in the overworld, so I died in the nether. Let's check that. Death coordinates. Okay, that's a start. Let's do the next bit. So we want another bit of text. And we'll have text. What should we put in here? I suppose W for world. D for dimension. D for dimension. And we'll give it a color. And we'll give it a color. Grey will do. And then we'll have a little comma, and we'll put another bit of text. Text. And in here we will say nether, because that's where I died. Nether, and we'll give this a different color. Color, we'll say green. Okay. Long commands like this, don't worry, they're in the description. Oh, we've got a strange little D there. Just this would look nicer if we had death coordinates and we had a space. Death coordinates, D, nether. That's a start. Right, I'm going to use my clipboard again. Let's empty this. I want some brackets. I want a bit of text. There we go. I want a bit of text, and that is going to store a X, Y, or Z. So we'll store an X in there. Text X. I probably want to give that a color, and we used grey for the other one, so let's use grey for this as well. Color grey. And I also want to store some scores. So let's get score in there. I want a score. Name, I want it to come from the nearest player. Objective, I want it to be playerDeathX. And I wouldn't mind giving that a colour as well. We used green, so let's use green again. Green, okay. Now I can take all of that, copy, and we'll go to the chat, and we should be able to, comma, pop that in there. Done. What does it look like now? Excellent. Well, I could have done with a little space after the nether, I think. Where does it say nether? Or we could just put a space before that X. There's nether. There we go, put a space there. X equals 5, and you're not green. Okay, so we've got a problem here somewhere. I believe the problem is we've put the colour inside the score. We want the colour outside of the score. X5, that's better. Okay, so let's change our clipboard where we've put the colour inside of the score. Let's take that out from there. There we go. Now let's change this to Y. And let's put a space on there as well. Y. Objective Y. Let's copy that. Shift home copy. Let's just pop it on the end. Let's run it, see what happens. 559. Well, it's matching the sign, so that's a pretty good sign. Let's go back into our clipboard. Let's change this to say Z. And obviously we want to change the objective to Z. We'll copy all of that. And we'll just go and paste it onto the end. And then we'll run that. So death coordinates nether 559.7. Cool. Let's copy the entire block. Control middle mouse. Pop it down. Always active chain. Let's go right to the beginning. Except this time we're going to say, well, if it's 19, then the world was overworld. Done. And we'll copy that. Control middle mouse, pop it down. Home. And if you are 17, and you died in the end. Come on, where do you say end? There we go. Done. Now that won't make any difference now because we still died in the same place. So let's kill ourselves here. So we've got nether 559 7. Let's kill ourselves here. Now let's store the data and run it again. Death coordinates overworld 27 56 10. Cool. There we go. So we have our death coordinates stored, including the dimension, and we're displaying it on the sign or we're displaying it in chat. That's it for now. Catch you next time. Bye bye.